Well, good morning, Homestyle Customs. Hope my mic is working this time. I'm standing behind my phone. I don't have any of my kids here to do the mic so I can be in, or do the camera so I can be in front of it. But I just thought I would do a live about my booth. This is day 3 of Affair of the Heart here in Oklahoma City. And so I know a lot of you guys have had questions about how I do craft shows and the methods and the systems that I've developed over time that have worked out pretty well for me. And so I thought I would just do a live and show everybody what my booth set up so you can either copy it or, as I say, R&D, rip off and duplicate, and have some success doing shows for yourself. So got I'm right here on the aisle, and so when they walk up to the booth, that's what they look at. I just added these step-by-step signs this morning because it's only going to be my daughter and I. Usually we've got 4 or 5 of us here in the booth. So hopefully these signs up here will help the customers realize that they pick a top and then they pick a background color. We'll put it together and then we'll personalize it. So a lot of those are acrylic backs. That way it's just cut them, pull the masking, and put them in the packages or put them in the backstock trays. So I've got trays in the back of the truck with more of these ornaments, so that whenever it sells, and if I've only got a couple left, which has happened with this one, I've gotten down to had 2 left of this one, I can pull these empty packages, because I keep these packages when I make the ornament, so I can so I pull these packages out of where I put them at and send one of my kids out to the truck to grab more of these and refill them so we can hang them back up. And having to do this with one hand, put them back up there on the hook. So there we go. So the ornaments are 4 inch by 4 inch, the circle here, and then of course the 1/2 inch there. That's the way Matthew designs them. And so my packaging the bag is a 5x7 bag that I just got off of Amazon, and I've got affiliate links for these for the bags and for these hooks that I got on Amazon. You can kind of see, there you go. It's an adhesive hook. So far, I haven't had an issue with them popping off of these packages, because these ornaments are really lightweight. There's not much hanging on them. I have put them on like these sports pennants. However, they like to come off of those, hence the reason why they're in baskets and not hanging up. So the bags are the 5x7s. I just fold down the excess on the back, so that's where the end of it comes to right there. They're resealable, so I can pull it out, drop the ornament out, make the ornament. I keep these, so I'll fold it back over and toss it in. I've got a couple of totes underneath there that I put them in, anyways. Yes, let's see here. So this is just 1/8 inch foam board from Uline. You can get it in whatever size sheets that'll fit into your laser. And then I just cut these are they're essentially rectangles because they're a little bit taller than they are wide. I think it's maybe 5 1/4 or so. Or no, a little less, just under 5 by 5 1/4 or 5 1/2, something like that. Anyways, I don't remember the exact dimensions. I cut these out over the summer, actually last year, and some more over the summer. And then just drop whatever shape ornament you're cutting. I edit all of mine to be the 4 inch round, and so then they fit in the packages like this. It works out great. then I can add my label on there, and then the label's not on the ornament itself, stays on the package. That QR code has that SKU number. That's a self-generated SKU number, and then my website is hosted on Wix, and I have a point of sale option on Wix, and so for this ornament I have that SKU number assigned to it in Wix, and then that QR code has that number on it also, and so I can just scan that with the Wix app. It adds it to the cart, applies the correct sales tax, and then I can just charge that way, do cash or card, and then when the sale goes through, it deducts that from my inventory, so it stays current on my inventory and all that. So it works out beautifully, and then I'm not searching on the Wix app for that dog, and I know what I've sold.
Good morning,
great. Sorry about the loud noise.
Opening in approximately 25 minutes. Please be sure all boxes, ladders are free and clear from the aisles. We want to keep our attendees safe. Additionally, if you have not
Sorry about the
your
speaker.
booth space for next year, you need to do so by 6 p.m. this evening. Rates increase at 6 p.m. Renewal links were sent on Friday at 10:40 a.m. Please check have paper contracts. If you have questions, you can visit the show office or look for your sales rep on the show floor, Lindsay or Tasha. Thank you.
Sorry about that. But anyways, so the customer will come in, grab an ornament top, grab an ornament back. I made these jigs for assembling them. I have 4 of them here. And it works out great because grab this one, grab this one. I'll just simulate it here. I'm not going to take them out of the package. And so we can take that one out first. We'll drop that down in there. Well, actually, I have this one I keep one out of the package and in my pocket so I can show it to them. So it'd be like, hey, pick whatever, I've got a design layer. You pick whatever design in the booth, and then I've got a wall over here of different colored backs. You can pick whatever color you want, and then we'll put them together for you, and we'll add personalization right there. All that's included in the price. So take it out of the package, we'll drop it in there. Not very much play in there. These all have 3M on the back, the 3M 467 MP, and so we'll peel the paper off, and then we'll drop this. Since it's a circle and you don't want to start at the bottom because you might end it like that and it's stuck, start at the top, and that indexes it, and then you can drop it right down, and then it lands down there perfect every time. I need to add another layer on top of here so I can drop a blank on there that has where that name tag goes, because then we're over here trying to line it up with the lines freehand. It's not all that difficult, but it could save a couple of seconds. So I might make that change on these. So these assembly jigs work out great. I sell these, or I can sell you the file if you have the equipment to make them. They're just made out of 1/4 inch Baltic birch plywood. This is an 1/8 inch, this is an 1/8 inch. 1/8 and an 1/8 is a 1/4, so that's all that you need just to get them lined up and stuck. So these are a lifesaver. So much time saved. I sell them for $35 and $15 for shipping anywhere in the US. So for $50 you can have it already made up, ready to go. If you decide to do 3.5 inch ornaments, I've got a spot on the back for 3.5 inch ornaments. So back when I made these, I was doing 3.5 inch ornaments also. I'm like, you know what, forget that. That was before I went to pick the 2 layers, we'll put them together. And so, but since going to the build your own style that I do now, I just use the 4 inch one. So, but there's that option for you. So yeah, this is Oh, okay, so the laser. This is amazing. It was a game changer. This is our second season with this X-Tool. This is X-Tool F1 with the fume extractor, and I also have Jackery Explorer 1000 Plus under there, so I can add up to 3 more batteries on top of that one to expand the life of it. And I do have an additional battery just in case if I've got a long show and am not able to recharge it. However, I'll typically only use about half the battery in a day show, so and then I can take it home, charge it at night. Anyways, it works out great. Last weekend I was at an outdoor show. They did have electric, but I didn't want to run this off of their electric in case it cut out. I just had my lights ran off of their electric, and it was a good thing because their electric shut off for a little bit, and I didn't even notice because I was running this off of the Jackery. I had somebody come in like, hey, do you have power? I'm like, well, I did when I checked the lights. So I tried the lights, I had the switch over there, and I'm like, oh, I guess the power's off. But I was still running that because I had my Jackery. It was beautiful, didn't even skip a beat. So, highly recommend getting some kind of a battery power supply to run your equipment off of. That way you are self-sustaining, you're not going to be skipping a beat while everybody else is scrambling for power. So, if you got an F1 or whatever portable laser you decide to go with, make yourself some jigs. Having these little engravable parts, I cut these out of the extra space on the sheet, because I cut 88 of these at a time, and there's some extra space around the edge of the sheet, and so I'll just nest in a bunch of these all over the sheet around the perimeter of it, and I'll cut the ornaments first, take them out, and then I'll turn the layers on to cut these name tags and cut them out. So I can get 88 of those ornaments out of a sheet and about 200 of these name tags out of a sheet. Granted, these are for the dogs and the cats, and those are my most popular ones. So I've used a couple of these in the last 2 days, but I've used 120 of these things in the last couple of days. So, well, then I was showing my daughter how to run this thing, and she was doing a lot of practice ones and play ones and all of that. So we went through more of them yesterday, but I don't care because I got a ton of them. Always bring a lot of extras. I've got 2 bags of extras in there. I've got this bag and another bag in here of strings that are already tied, so that we can put the ornament together, grab a string, and then we'll flip it around and show it to them completed with the name tag on it. They'll say, oh, that's wonderful, blah, 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 blah. Grab a business card, and then I'll slip it into these little mesh baggies. Again, these are like a 5x6 or 5x7 or something like that. I hope y'all can hear me. I'm not seeing any comments on here. Yeah, I'm not seeing any comments on here. So if you're leaving oh, there's comments. Thank you, Patrick. Hey, and thank you, Scott. Sir Patrick said, great job, great work, John. Scott, you don't have a lot of non-ornaments in your booth. Is that because they don't sell well, or you just wanted to focus mostly on ornaments? It's the former. They don't sell well. I sold 1 coffee sign, and that's it. The rest of them have been ornaments. I'll get comments on the maps, but I have dropped the prices on those. They'll ask for the price. I'll say the price, like, oh, that's beautiful, thank you very much, and then they'll walk away. And same with those maps. I don't know. Granted, these 2 ones are the display ones for me, because the trees and the states are already glued in. So I've got the paint your own style back here. They also have the 3M on the back of them, so then they can paint the back, or they can paint the design. And I've got written assembly instructions here saying no glue required, blah blah blah. So not many takers on those. Did have one guy say he just ordered one off of Amazon. Wish that he hadn't, because when he saw mine, So I'm like, well, Amazon returns, because I send a lot of stuff back. So I know they'd take returns. So let's see here. Any other comments? Scott's is the last one that I'm seeing on here. So yeah, it's ornaments started picking up and the wall art wasn't, and so I just really leaned into the ornaments and went the build your own style, and haven't really looked back. So anyway, sorry, got sidetracked. Back to the F1, building jigs for the dogs and the cats and the first responders, and the medical professionals. Basically the name tags that have a little ring, that have that score line around them. This was back when I was cutting them out, but I don't cut them out anymore. I do the score line, and then I just drop the name tag on top of them, because it makes that area more brittle before you get them back on it. And there goes the noise again.
The show will be opening in approximately 15 minutes. Please be sure to remove all boxes, carts,
sorry about that noise.
We need to make sure we keep the
I wish I could mute it.
Also, if you have not renewed your contract,
I'm turning the mic off until they're done. Sorry. Okay, I think they're done. I hope you guys can hear me now. So for the name tags, yeah, and then I'm just leaving them like this with the score line on there. And Scott, for the state park trackers, Oklahoma isn't out yet. And so I just stick them right on top. That was back before I had my F1. That's when I cut these ones out. And wasn't personalizing on site. So now everything I cut, I have the personalized on site blank there. But for the ones that I don't have blanks made for, I've got this 4-inch round jig, and it is amazing. So I just pop that one out, drop that one in, grab their ornament, drop it right in there. Hey, thanks, Christy, appreciate it. And then I come over here to Lightburn. I use Lightburn with my Thunder, so I'm more familiar with Lightburn. And so I've got this set up here. And then if you don't have an art library for this, this is amazing. You can just load in all of your different designs in here, and they bring one over. You can double click on it, and then you can center it. And then I center it in here, and I know that that ornament is centered right on this piece here. So then, of course, I'll turn those layers off, so I don't want to do anything on those layers. And I'll even turn that tool layer off, and then I'll center this, get it right there on the bar, change the text. But this isn't always spot on. It gets me really close. I'll come over here and I'll use the frame function and just frame it around, and basically I'm just looking to make sure that blue line has even space on both sides, left and right, and top bottom, and then I engrave it. Obviously have them proof it before you engrave it, because if you engraving it on the ornament, if it's wrong, you got to toss the ornament, grab another one. With the name tags, if the name tag is wrong, toss this little bitty name tag, grab another one. No big deal. So, just some helpful tips there. This is kind of a long live, but anyways, I've got 10 minutes before the show opens. So this is the pack out gear that I put the F1 in. So this bottom box fits the fume extractor, the F1, the hoses, the cords, all of this fits down in here. I've got Kazan foam. I would show you, but I've got this gear on top of it. And so it fits in there nice and snug, doesn't rattle around, fits everything perfectly, keeps it nice and safe. I use these for my additional parts drawers, of course, cash box, whatever supplies, stuff that I'll need during the show. Got some more jigs there and some other jigs here too. So if you're doing a lot of first responder name tags, you can make one of those up so you can do 4 at a time rather than 1 at a time. So I've got the this one where I can do 6 of them at a time with the dog with the name tags, which is the predominantly all of what I have here in the booth. But it's fast enough just doing 1 at a time rather than editing all or however many they have and then running it. It's just easier just to do the 1 at a time thing there. This is my label printer. It's a Nelko. What's the model number? It's a P21. It's a Nelko P21. I don't know if you can see that. It prints off the labels real nicely. I use the Nelko app to generate the QR codes, but I assign the SKUs in Wix, and so I just put that QR or that SKU number in the Nelko app. I want to find a way to be able to just like upload an Excel sheet. So if anybody has a labeling system that prints off labels about that size, this is maybe like a 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch or so by like 2 inch or so, that I can upload a spreadsheet to from the computer, and also it syncs with an app, that would be amazing. I lost all of my labels from last year because it wasn't going into the app often enough, so I had to like retype all of these labels and remake them. So if anybody has something like that, knows of something, let me know. I'd appreciate it. But I think that's about it. Of course, I've got this little piece of plywood, works great for running my mouse on top of the pack out gear. And thank you guys for watching, going through all of this. Tweezers help great, taking the paper off. Of course, so do long fingernails. I'm a fingernail ripper and it's driving me nuts. So we just put our grid wall up with zip ties, a bunch of zip ties, 8-inch zip ties, so we have a bunch of these flush cutters, so we don't have to worry about looking for those. I've got some extra stuff down in here. Like I said, some more strings that are already pre-tied. Paid my girls to pre-tie them. Another box of business cards, some more of those bags. I've got I have probably 150 of them in there, plus whatever's over there, plus, I thought I had another bag of them. Well, I guess that is the open bag. Yep, that is the open bag that I just opened yesterday. So I've got close to 200 of those, so that'd be a blessing if we ran out of those today. So that's the booth in like 25 minutes. Hopefully you guys got something out of it. I do have trays for packing these, for transporting these ornaments. I have trays that I designed and built for 27-gallon totes that I got from Home Depot. The trays fit these ornaments perfectly. This width. Oh, and for putting these hooks on the back, sorry, side note, I made myself a little jig that I slipped down over the top of this that has this rectangle cut out to drop that in there. So they go in the same spot on every single one. So then they all hang nice and uniformly. Can you say OCD much? Hey, Maxine. And so then you don't end up with, them all over hanging because they're all this way, back and forth. Anyways, just make yourself jigs to make it easy for doing repetitive motions. So I made trays that fit down in 27-gallon totes that fit ornaments in this orientation. And so I'll do one design with hooks one way, and then the next design I'll do it, alternate the hooks going back and forth. This does two things for me. Lets me know that there's a break in the designs, so I don't have to sift down through, so I don't have to look through them and look at the tags and separate them that way. And then also, it keeps them flat going back rather than doing one of these because of the extra space that that little hook is taking up. So I've got, and then I also made trays that fit these ornaments outside of the package for my backstock. So I've got anywhere from 1 to 5 more of these dog ornaments in the back of my truck that I've already got pre-cut. So if I'm running low, I can send one of my kids out there, grab them, and put them in the bags, the packages, hang them back up, or at the like we did last night, grab all of the packages and refill them, bring them back in the morning, and hang them back up. So any amount of prep work you can do during your slow season will help greatly during show season. And so I only had to cut, I don't know, 20, 30, 40, 30 of them last night, 20, 30 of them last night. I cut, I think, 40 or 50 of them Friday night to Saturday. So, and I even forgot to cut some of them for last night to bring today. Oh well, such is life. Not going to cry about it, but we're gonna have a great show. Maxine said, love your setup. I'm doing the same for this season. It's so easy and well organized. Thank you for sharing. You're welcome. I hope you got some tips and tricks and some ideas. And if you've got any other ideas, let me know. If there's anything that I can do better, I'm open to that too. So process improvement, streamlining, speeding the job up, all of that good stuff is, I'm open to any suggestions. So we've got about 3 minutes before the show opens, and thank you for watching. I'll try and answer the questions down in the comments probably throughout the week because I'm going to be busy today. So thank you much. We'll see you.